Welcome, welcome everybody. Good to see you all. Hello Maxine. Hello Jennifer. Um, Amazing. Hannah, welcome. Welcome. Good to see you. Well done for making it. So today's session is inspired by a great Kabbalist, and the book that he had written, Mesilat Yesharim, which we just had a short discussion about how it would translate into English, and Mesila is like a path or a rail, and Yesharim is really straight, like it translates into Yashar, which is straight. Yeah, it's a book about ethics and about really sacredness. Yes, also one of the translations is the path of the just, or the path of the righteousness, which personally, and also just now with the discussion in the discussion with Lawrence, like I don't resonate with that title, at least. And really it's a guide how to cultivate spiritual and ethical way, step by step. And there is like a ladder, and it says this is built. Every step is taking into account the step before it, and there are 10 steps. And I thought to talk about a few of those steps, focus on one. First of all, Ramchal, or Rabbi Moshe Chaim Loziato, a brilliant Kabbalist, really a philosopher and a teacher. He teaches mindfulness. And it doesn't call it mindfulness, but really, when I read it, it's that. The first step that we will focus on today is Zehirut. Zehirut, which is carefulness, really. It's wonderful, It talks about we have to be aware of something in order to navigate around it, right? Like I use a lot of this example of like our awareness around our body and our our emotions and our mind, it's akin to we're driving a vehicle and we hear the engine and we see the dashboard, and without us hearing the engine or seeing the dashboard, we will not get indication if the engine is starting, it's about to seize, or we don't have fuel in the car, or it's overheating, or the oil warning light. We miss all of that, and we start noticing that when the car is not driving anymore, or perhaps when I'm panicky, or when I'm anxious, or when I'm like extremely low. So in a way, the first step is cultivating Zehirut, which is carefulness, which is awareness. And the interesting thing is that in Hebrew, the word Zehirut, it comes from the word Zohar, which is it's a very very deep spiritual collection of articles that talk about the deep mysticism. Shine. Zehirut, it's also shine. So in a way, when we are really careful with something, a part of us shine. And it makes sense because when we focus on something, we can see its beauty, right? Like, there is a lot of vegetation and yeah, trees over there, and they're just trees. But if I look at them, in particular, if I focus on one point, I can see like it literally shine, because I see the reflection of the sun. So when we are aware, things within us start to shine. And the intention for this practice is to just increase our awareness. But the word careful, it's not just any awareness. It's specific awareness that kind of almost like our pitfalls, right? So we'd like to be aware of our automatic reactions that kind of keep us astray from the highest intentions or values. And in a way, this awareness, this full of carefulness, this Zehirut, this shine, is the foundation of self-refinement, really, because again, without it, we act unconsciously, and then our habits come creep and take over our impulses, or we get distracted. I get distracted. So how we practice it is very simple, but also very complicated. We sit and we look at the body, we look at the heart, and we look at the mind. And maybe we ask ourselves, what kind of automatic reactions do I have? If it's through an emotion, or through a thought, or even through an actual action. And what comes to mind is that, when a mozzie lands on me, that's like I'm hitting myself. Just not to feel this itch or not to get stung. Or, a family member comes, and while I'm walking, and I'm walking now. So what kind of automatic behaviors do we have that maybe they're not aligned with our higher intentions? So let's start with sitting and starting to bring awareness to those things, and coming back to an anchor. And the anchor that we'll come back to is the breath. Of course, the breath. The fundamental action that we do about 23,000 times a day, and help us to both become alert and both let go. So in the alertness, we become more focused, more aware of what's happening, and in the exhalation, we can, I let go of this urgency to react. So let's start with finding a comfortable position, any comfortable position. And if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. Only if you feel comfortable. Let's start with taking a slow, deep breath in. And in the exhalation, landing into this practice. Feeling the feet on the floor or mattress, or the hands resting, the back if it's self-supported or if it's leaning. Just noticing the posture. Noticing the balance between self-supported to fully rested. Maybe gently acknowledging, saying to ourselves, I am here now. I am aware. And bringing the attention to the breath. A part of the quality of Zehirut, of carefulness, or this awareness, this type of awareness, that we have a quality of vigilance in it. We are ready. There's attentiveness. One way to help us cultivate this attentiveness is to breathe in a specific rhythm or in a certain rhythm. So first, noticing how you breathe right now. Just noticing the breath, the length of the inhalation, the length of the exhalation. And see if it's available for you to start counting the inhalation, counting 4 in the inhalation, and maybe slightly longer in the exhalation. And of course, maybe thoughts creep in, or suddenly emotions become more clear, or sensations in the body. It's all right. We cultivate vigilant breath. Maybe in the inhalation, you can say silently, I notice myself. And in the exhalation, I choose presence. Or anything else that you resonate with, that emphasize both awareness and making a choice. In the inhalation, I notice myself. I am aware. And in the exhalation, I choose presence. Or I choose kindness. Or I choose compassion. Or anything else that you resonate with right now. Vigilance, awareness, making a choice to stay with the breath and be aware of all the things that are in the background, the external noise, the internal noise. Notice if there is tension somewhere in your body. Notice what you choose, or remembering that you can make a choice how to attend it. Perhaps you'd like to bring gentleness or softness or relaxation to those areas. I notice myself. I choose presence. And do it with full care. Notice the subtle sensations or thoughts or emotions or energy in the body as you breathe. Counting the breath. Meaning alert, vigilant. Full of care, careful. Counting the breath. Just a few more rounds. Full attention on the breath. And in the next exhalation, choosing to let go. Letting go of the count. Resting. Just resting into the experience. Noticing how you feel after 15 minutes of practicing this Zehirut. Vigilant breath, awareness. As if you feel a quality of shine in some way, form, the sensations, or in the emotions, or in the thoughts, in the mind, or energy levels in the body. the Ramchal teaches that Zehirut, this awareness, is a gateway for growth, spiritual growth, mental growth, emotional growth. That this awareness that we cultivate allows us to refine our habits and reactions, strengthen our values and virtues. An approach to the sacred. What is sacred for us? As we come to the end of this practice, maybe out of how you feel right now, I invite you to ask yourself if you have a habit or place where usually you respond automatically, where you can pause today. Take a breath in, saying, I am aware, and in the exhalation, choose to act consciously with loving awareness, full of care awareness. If you run your day ahead, where would you like to bring this awareness to? When you feel ready, taking a deep breath in, and full breath out. And in your own time and way, coming back. Thank you, Simeon. Good to see you. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Petra. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you, Maxine. Thank you, everyone who's watching it at home. I hope you feel the benefits and blessings of Zehirut, carefulness and shine. Hope to see you in the next session.